The Pakistani Taliban has ended a months-long ceasefire with the government in Islamabad, ordering its fighters to resume attacks across the country, where scores of deadly strikes have been blamed on the insurgent group. The latest development comes months after the Afghan Taliban started hosting negotiations in the capital Kabul between the TTP and representatives from the Pakistani government and security forces. A report.
The Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan has announced an end to their truce with the Pakistani government. This has triggered a severe security concern in an already highly volatile country. The Taliban has claimed that its armed fighters are ready to take revenge against Pakistani security forces and government installations that it blames for targeting ordinary Afghans. This poses a challenge to the newly appointed army chief, General Asim Munir, as the TTP has accused the Pakistani army and intelligence agencies of relentless operations in violation of their previous truce. The TTP said it had exercised restraint for too long to keep the negotiation process on track, but the Pakistani government didn't honor their side of the agreement.
This was inevitable because the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan has been using negotiations essentially as a tactical ploy. They have declared the Pakistan state murtad, it is an apostate state. It is an un-Islamic state and it has to be destroyed. This is part of their ideological foundation. And they are committed to the establishment of a Sharia-based state in Pakistan.
The Pakistani Taliban have already begun spilling blood. A suicide bomber recently exploded his explosive-laden rickshaw near a police truck in Balochistan's Quetta city. A police officer and 3 civilians were killed, and 24 others were seriously injured in the attack claimed by the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan. In another incident, the Pakistan embassy in Kabul was also attacked, allegedly by the TTP. A Pakistani security guard was wounded by shots fired at the embassy by a lone attacker. While condemning the incident, Islamabad called it an assassination attempt on the head of the mission, Ubaid-ur Rehman Nizamani. The challenges are infinite, as Islamabad has failed to adequately deal with terror groups in the country. For decades, the Pakistani army has trained and financed many designated terrorist organizations. Now, the country faces high threats from homegrown terrorists.
The Pakistan army has also sought a peaceful settlement with the TTP. They want to absorb them into the system. Now, prior to the Lal Masjid crisis under Musharraf, certainly the Lal Masjid orthodoxy was supported by the army at that time. But when the army eventually attacked Lal Masjid, killed one of the top leaders in Lal Masjid, that was the source of the foundation of the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan.
The Taliban's takeover in Kabul of last year has strengthened the Pakistani Taliban, who remain eager to continue their fight in the country. The Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, headed by Mufti Nur Wali Maisoon, has been encouraged by the Afghan Taliban's victory over foreign forces. It is now hopeful that it too will be able to defeat the Pakistani government and establish Islamic rule throughout the country. Pakistan, already severely economically and politically unstable, is in a weak position to deal with terrorist groups within its territory. Many are left wondering what will transpire next. Will the Pakistani government revive the negotiation process with the TTP, or ask its army to intensify operations against the Taliban fighters? The stakes are high, however, and in either scenario, the Pakistani people will continue to bear the brunt of this violence.